Good morning, everybody. No camera today, I'm afraid. It's already 28 degrees in my office, and it's only going to get worse. How's everyone doing this fine morning? Oh, okay, right. Well, that control's going to have to change. Let me. 1 moment, please. Please hold. What do I normally set that to? I do. Right, who do we have? Briscoe, thank you for the Prime sub. Monster Gamer, thank you for the Prime sub. RP4 Gamer, thank you for the Tier 1 sub. Elfie, welcome in. Mintcrafter, Ollie Bollen, Void Spawn, Helter Spawn, Linus, Cloud Striker, Coda Live. Panda was here before we even started. Welcome in, welcome in. Walter, Batman Vincent, Jay Burnham, Void Spawn. Who else do we have? Winter Travis. Jesse Smiles is here. Abby's Knight. Mrs. Mars. Oh, no, Mrs. Marshmallow, even. Midnight Chat. Mr. Smoker. Abyss Knight. P25LC. I'm not going to lie, that's a weird name to say. Slothstorm. Jerome. B Whammy. Welcome in, everyone. Hope this morning finds you well. And you've already started a hype train as well. What a bunch of heroes. Seraphim Rock's here as well. Hi. Right, so today we are, of course, back in the in what will be the theme park world. Currently, it's just a flat world that we're going to do some more experiments on. More experiments. Thank you for the hydrate job. I definitely do need to stay hydrated today. Fiery Fish, hello. But yeah, so basically, since the last stream, what I have done is added some performance mods to the pack, which should make it run a bit better. And I've added 2 new mods that we're going to take a look at as well that are add-ons to Coasters Simulated. So we've got some cool, fun new stuff to play around with. So we are still in the experiment stage of the world at the moment, just playing around with the pack, figuring out what it's about, whether we can add new stuff, remove stuff, or whatever. But I think the pack is pretty much in a space where I will be releasing it later this week. For testing purposes. So the more of you that want to download, play on it, and mess around with roller coasters, the better. Feedback more than welcome, and we'll just gradually edit and develop the pack as we go. Ideally, maybe at some point in future add a quest system. I don't know. But we'll initially release it as just like a beta pack. Great. Hypertubes. I actually use them on my Perfect World post-production world. They are good fun. Very much so. But I hope everyone's had a good week so far. Stubbles! Same temperatures to be streaming, you madman. Look, why do you think I'm streaming at like 10 in the morning? It's only 28 at the moment. We've still got 10 degrees to go till it reaches this afternoon. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right, I need to set my... More controls. Zoom! Will I not put OK Zoomer on? Why not added OK Zoomer to the pack? Let me have a quick look. Hope if I searched in the right place. Dun. Add content. Zoom. Haven't. Oh my days. Right, we're gonna do a quick restart. I can't not have my zoom. How am I supposed to talk to camera without a zoom? That's ridiculous. Your forecast 38. Yeah, 37, 38. By 3 o'clock this afternoon, which would usually be slap bang in the middle of a stream for me if I'm doing an afternoon one. So, yeah, none of that, please. Right, let's relaunch. In the meantime, you can enjoy this lovely black screen. Lawrence Wolf, welcome. DGJM, our max this summer has been like 27. That sounds wonderful. I wish it was for us. The highest I've had so far has been 36. We're hitting 30 in the northeast, and I thought that was bad enough. It's already 30 here. Outside, anyway. My office is still a nice, cool 27.9 currently, according to the thermometer. I don't have my aircon because my wonderful daughter is in much more need than I am. 38 mediocre. Try living in Australia in fire season. No, you're all right, thanks, Sophie. I think I'll pass. But 38 in the UK is very different to 38 in other countries because it's so humid here. So yeah, it's pretty rough, and we don't have aircon. It's 28 where Coda is, and it's going to get to 33. Yeah, gets up to 40 something Celsius where you are in summer, but I bet you have aircon, don't you? That's the thing. The UK doesn't do aircon because we're not supposed to get heat like this. Hope all is well though, Stubble. It's lovely to see you. If you don't know Stubbles, by the way, he does have a YouTube channel. Recommend go checking it out. Some very chilled videos. Although he does pronounce book like book. You know, just saying. Just saying. Chilling inside with 26. I mean, even that's too hot for me, to be honest. Baby must struggle in this heat. Well, yeah, that's why she's got the aircon. I do have a fan next to me, but all that's doing is moving hot air around. Dick Twee. First time watching me live. Welcome in. First time chat as well. Hello, hello. All is very well, thank you. Did you and the family catch the eclipse last night? Yes, we did. Yes, my garden got very creepy. We had like 96% coverage where we were, so it's pretty good. Pretty good. The best we're going to see until like 2080 or something. Right. Nope. Yes. Would you ever release your post-production world like you did for your old worlds? Yes, of course, yeah. So I do actually do occasional world downloads for patrons, Twitch subs, and YouTube subscribers. As long as your accounts are linked to my Discord and you're in my Discord, you'll have access to occasional updates. Usually every sort of 10 episodes or so, which at the moment is taking like 6 months on that world. But I also release it for free, so anyone can access it for free in my Discord, just like all my old worlds, once the series is over. What stream software do I use? Let's not talk about that. But I'm still using Slobs, okay? Because I used to use OBS, but the problem was, when I was trying to record, I'd accidentally go live. So I keep them separate. So I use Slobs for streaming because I don't use it very often, and I use OBS for recording. Good morning, Netherlands. The fan needs more stress than higher RPM. Tell me about it. Very cold here. It's 3 to 4 at the moment. Oh yeah. I mean, you're in the middle of winter, right? Aussie houses are not built for the cold. Our houses are not built for the warm. Is the public version of the pack already updated? What pack? I haven't released this pack yet. This is a brand new pack for theme park stuff. It's an iteration on Perfect World 2, but it's not going to be an update to Perfect World 2 because the worlds don't transfer very well, as I discovered, which is why we're making a new pack in the first place. Slobs, Chuckles Rock. I know, Stubbles, okay? I know. The Coaster mod has not been released yet, but it will be getting released later this week, Cloud, for initial testing and all that jazz. Rainbow Monkey, howdy, howdy. Hi, the Monkman. I'm assuming that's your son. Hi, the Monkman. I'm fairly sure you can hide the go live button. I mean, that would be helpful. Carrie, good morning, good morning. Did you also look at the meteors? They were at the highest frequency last night. I did not, because I have a baby that tends to wake me up very early in the morning, so I was in bed by about 9 o'clock. But yeah, Cloud, if you keep an eye on my Discord, I will announce when the mod pack actually comes out. But yeah, anyway, so we've got some new stuff. I've added 2 new mods that actually add stuff. So if we now look for coasters, we have a couple of extra things. So we've added coaster simulated track styles, which is very cool. We'll look at that in a moment. And we've got a trackside sensor, which is a bit like the laser thing, but instead of only checking every tick, it will check like constantly. So if a roller coaster goes past at any speed, it will sense it and then activate it. So it's just a bit more sensitive than the optical laser that we were using last time. But we've got some other very cool new stuff in this pack. So we're going to grab a few things. We're going to grab a precision mechanism and a redstone magnet. There's something else we have as part of those packs is launches. So we can actually do launch coasters, apparently. So let's just quickly put down a track. We've got to raise it a bit. It's rude not to. In fact, let's no. Let's keep it flat to begin with. Let's keep it flat. So we're going to chuck down a coaster track like this, and then if we do a redstone magnet from there to there, Oh, did I miss? Well, that look, it adds these cool fins. Ah, fins. Look at those. Then what we can do is we can adjust the speed. So we can do swing coasters. So whatever direction the coaster comes in from, it gets a boost. I think we'll do that to begin with. Let's just set it straight up to 100 because it's rude not to, right? And if we put a coaster cart on there and then hit it with a precision mechanism, it puts this cool gold thing underneath. And now, if we get a lever, do this. No, that's the wrong lever. Get a lever and do this. And give it just a little nudge. I suppose if we set it just to go in one direction, then it won't need a nudge. Let's set it to go in the other direction, shall we? So if we do this, one sec. Also, it's got amazing sounds. Listen to this. Oh yes. How cool was that? So we can actually do launch coasters. This changes everything. Hello from Luxembourg. Hello, Luxembourg. Natlu, good morning. Tenny, good morning. Welcome in, BWhammy, for your first time on stream. Bit too much light bleed. So, with the eclipse last night, at about 3 minutes before its peak, a solitary cloud came across the sky and sat directly in front of the sun, and then about 3 minutes later, it was gone again. So, I missed the actual proper peak of it, but yeah, I saw most of it. Hello, New Zealand. Annika Unknown, welcome, welcome. I was in New Zealand start of 2025. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, anyway, lasers, hey? Lasers. Yes, this is all the new roller coaster stuff, Stobbles. Basically, because I had that theme park world, Create World in Perfect World 2, I visited it a few weeks ago with some people from the Just Create server. Excuse me. And I got an urge to start rebuilding, and then literally 3 days later, this mod just appeared out of nowhere. So I was like, "Well, hello." No game audio. What? That is unacceptable. Oh, jeez. There we go. One sec. Did that mean that you missed out on the awesome sound effects? Let's try this. Is that better? Did you hear that? Oh, clever! Did the game sound work? That is a great sound. Fantastic. But yeah, so basically we're now deciding to build a new pack and have a stream only creative world Stubbles for building a theme park. Be good. The baby's doing well, thank you. What mod is adding the laser that you used to detect the coaster? So the original one is from the original optical sensor. So the one I was using last stream is from Create Simulated, which is part of Aeronautics. However, the new one is from Coasters Engineered, I think. Yeah, Coasters Engineered, and that is also what adds the magnetic launcher. But not only that, I think I need. Is it an iron sheet? It also adds something else. Let me get a wrench. It also adds these, which is a brake run. So you can have target speeds for the braking, basically. So you can slow the coaster down on particularly horrendous corners, which I do seem to make quite regularly, let's be honest. It went vroom. Yep. Star Terrestrial, welcome in. Hope all is well. So with this new magnet thing, it's got me thinking, right? It's got me thinking about something we could potentially do. So let me just remove this. I want to put in a smaller one of these. Okay, and then we're gonna go an amount of blocks this way. Let's go 1. Let's go 20 blocks this way. About 20 blocks up. We'll do the same on this side. Oh, that was already 20. Lovely. So my thinking is, if we do something like this, just get these tracks connected up. Without my music on. Let's put that back on. Right, so if we do something like that, and then just have a magnet that goes like there to there. Oh, okay, that's not going to work like that. Let's just go from here to here then. Set this to a swing. Do that. That. We need direct lever. Go. And if we just give that a little nudge. Can we give it a little nudge from here? No. We need the staff. Magic staff. So, is this just going to keep swinging backwards and forwards without going over the edge? Or, nope, I gave it too much power. Okay, let's do this at like 20 maybe. Because I'm thinking, you know, you get those rocking boats that also spin. Do you know what I mean? I can't remember what they're actually called. Nope, 20 is still too much. Because momentum should build and then get to a point where it sort of settles out. Let's just see what happens. Yes, it is a Create add-on. It's called Create Coasters Simulated, I believe. Is it going to go faster and faster, or is that it? Do we need to speed it up a little bit? Let's get 15. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's just let that come to a stop. I always just called them pirate ships. Yeah, so it's a bit like a swinging pirate ship, but there's different ones now, and what they do is they go like this, but they also slowly spin on the axes. So that's what I want to mess around with. Let's just bring that back down here. Okay. So if we were to, let me think about this. We need a creative motor first. Got a creative motor there. Then, so that should always spin the same direction. Yep, that's right. So let's get a clutch. Put that on there. I'm going to stick a redstone link on there as well. And then we need a... what are those bearings called? What are these? A swivel bearing. Oh, this is going to get awkward, actually, isn't it? The swivel bearing is going to end up being slightly off center, which is not what we... So, how about... let me think about this. Jolly Rocker at Legoland Windsor, but that doesn't spin. Yeah, I'm trying to... there's like a tugboat type one. I couldn't tell you what park it was in. But that's the one I've got in my head. Right, so if we were to do that... No. No. I keep changing my mind. Don't mind me. Okay, then we'll have the clutch there. Then we need... what do I need? I need a motor. What is that? A winged variety of Samareth sculpture? What? I don't know what that is. No idea what mod that's come from. Right, so we're going to need a creative motor there. Then we need a cog. There. Okay. Isn't there an inverted clutch? Actually, let's redo all of this. So, if we do that. We need the inverted clutch. That should be off by default and come on when it's powered. Which which I think is what we want. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's better. And then we need a couple of girders. Like that. Then I'm going to rotate. We'll find out in a minute. Right, and then if we imagine we have like, imagine this was like a boat, right? So we're just going to do this. Just another proof of concept here. We'll get some seats. No, we'll get some chairs. Some nice green chairs. Why not? So we'll have the chairs like this. Okay, then we need a link. Actually, no, we won't worry about the link for now. Let's just... Oh, I need to glue it. Tiny glue gonna work. Probably better off with super glue. Grab some of that. Poster version of the Scrambler is a scary thought. Not sure what the Scrambler is. So if we do that. Do that. Oh, guess we didn't need that block. And I need a button. No, I need a lever. We'll just stick a lever on the side of this for now to get that rotating. Okay, let's get that rotating a little bit slower. Maybe something like that. And then if we grab the staff. Sec. Oh, it's going to pick up some speed. Is it going to pick up less speed because it's heavier? Would appear to be the case. Let's give it a bit more. Nope, needs more than that. Let's give it a nice 40. Nope, still needs more. It might just not be long enough to give it enough speed. We can fix this. Bench. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, that is a power one. Okay. Maybe that'll give it enough? There's also an unlocked mode for the swivel bearing where it can rotate based on physics. Yes, I don't think we want to do that for this ride. It's definitely working. It just needs more power because it's heavy. Gonna need more power than that. Maximum power. It's gonna need more magnet. I mean, it's getting better. Let's go big magnet. So it is doing the thing, right? Sounds like one of those World War II planes flying over while firing the machine guns. It does a bit, yeah. Yeah, I can totally get that. How nauseating is this to sit on? That's the next question. Whee! See, look? If you were in a theme park on this, you'd be having a wonderful time. Right? Right, well, anyway, that's just something I wanted to test out. So we've also got those cool new sensor things, and we've got some cool new track types, I should say. So if we go to this, right, this opens a weird menu, and in here you've got B&M Steel, you've got Intamin Box Truss, Tri-Truss, and basically you've got a few different brands of roller coaster makers, and their tracks have been simulated in this. So let's maybe make this lovely and yellow. We do this on the right one of these. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Let's set this to black though. It'd be good if I had a colour picker. You just got to apply it where you want it. Let's did I? Yeah, I did save it. Why is it not changing? Why is it not changing to black? It says applied coaster style. Who knows? Let's set everything to black. Oh. But let's set things to green. Ooh, that's a weird track style. It's cool though. No spine. Intamin heavy. Okay, that's a cool track style. Doesn't seem to be working quite right though. It's not setting the colours correctly. Let's go for a grey. Oh, there we go. That one's worked. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. The track styles are very cool. That sort of ride would make me sick. You should have seen some of the other things we made previously. That would make anyone sick. You've ridden one of those boat swing rides at the fair before. That's worse, honestly. Not really any safety gear, and if you sit on one end, it gets scary. So, when I was a kid, just a wee nibber, I went on one of those pirate ships. It was the one at the swinging pirate ship. It was at Chessington World of Adventures. And I must have been 6 or 7. I was sitting on the back row, and the safety bar was probably about a foot away from me. So every time it went up at the back, I just flew out of the seat, and I was terrified of swinging pirate ships till I was like 16. It was horrific. I did not have a good time. But yeah, the track style was cool though. Anyway, so let's try something else. So we have previously built a track switcher. However, I do wonder, now we've actually got those different sensors, are they better? Should be. So I'm hoping we can do what we did before, but with slightly less redstone. So we're just going to try and build something up here. In fact, this one here is going to need to be on a thing. I should probably start this from the other side. As in, I should probably start this with the spike. So let's get the spike in. In fact, gonna need a bit in front of the spike that's not the spike, and then we need the spike. Right, and then this is where we'll build the track switcher. We do that. Gonna raise the height to 0.88. We worked out it was last time, I think, wasn't it? raise the height to 0.88 meters. That's all too high, isn't it? Let's lower that down a block. Is there a wooden style? Oh, I already had it. Just a different color. E&M steel, box, tri, spine, heavy, double spine, intimate BB, double spine, no wooden. Anyone know the hex color for brown? Anyone know the hex color for brown? Oh, no need. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. You can make proper wooden coasters as well. Yeah, this track styles mod is amazing. Devmin Gaming, thank you for the Prime sub. There were nuts and bolts flying off the bolsters at Butlins. I can believe it. You can make so many cool coasters with this. Yeah, I reckon. We're making a wooden one now, apparently. Right, so let's do what we were doing. So we want to get this up to 0.88. Oh, there we go. Same on this side. And then we need one of these. Okay, cool. Let's just do this as well. So that's as far over as we're going to want this thing to go. So I'm just going to get this lined up. I'll just keep rolling that way. 0.88. 0.88. What's your problem? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We know it's lined up. So 1, 2, 3. Oh no, let's go 3. 2, 3. So what we're going to do is put track on. Ooh. I think I want to do this. Wooden style also looks cool for tracks in mines. Yeah, just as a general decoration track, that's awesome, isn't it? Yeah, it's very cool. So, one. Something like that, right? So, let me get rid of all that. I know what I'm doing. Get rid of this. All that physics stuff. Right. So we'll have a bit of track there, a bit of track there. Connect this one to that one. That one. That one. And we're gonna do this. This one straight if we can. It's gonna want to go a bit more that way. But, you know, I suppose that one's gonna want to be straight as well. We want an S bend. So let me bring that up level. Let me pull it this way. That one, make sure that one's straight. But that way, okay. I should just need to do the same with this one. So that looks like they're straight. I think. Hello, Kilo. And MN Arts. Look cool in a logging or rustic section of the theme park. It would look very cool. And I can just do this now, I think, and As long as I get the starting point of where I put the tracks, it'll always line up. However, I do need to change this track. Just going to put in a nice big track. Good. Basically, I need to sort out the length of this so that the tracks line up. I've kind of bodged it a bit because of the way I've built this. So, I'm gonna check that. Fatty McDaddy Yog, Fatty McDaddy OG. There, I got there. Welcome in, Raiders. How you doing? How was your stream? Tell me all the things. Right. So I need to work out where the furthest position over this way is. So it's going to be about there, right? Hey, Rad, how you doing? Good to see ya. The Golden Saucer theme has been playing in your head non-stop. It's a good theme to have. Deveria, welcome in. Silly auto mod. Let Rad speak. We're introducing Fatty around the OG homies now. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's been what? Pretty much since I started, I think I've known you, Rad. It's been a long time. Right. Is that going to line up? Looks like it. We're playing around with create roller coasters. Basically, we've made a weird spinning, swinging ship thing. But yeah, we're just figuring out what the mod can do before we start a stream-only series where we're going to build a theme park. 6 years, 5 months, 19 days. So that would be probably about 10 weeks after I started, maybe. Long time, Rad. Long time. Right, so we also need to figure out where to put the blocker in over this side so the track doesn't come too far that way. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So that's where we need it, basically. So if I do this, put another one of them there. I'm going to temporarily break everything, such as this and this. And that. We'll keep that other block because that's kind of holding the track up. But if we put a new track in, hopefully it's just going to reconnect and be happy. Yep, looks that way. Let's raise this up again to 0.88. And then raise this side up to 0.88. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Don't tell me I need to reduce the sensitivity of my mouse. It's not that sensitive as it is. Can I get what I want? Must be exact. Fine. Let's turn the sensitivity right the way down on my mouse. Stream was good. We are making progress on our starter home. Hopefully getting close to finishing it as well. Nice. Is that on like a fresh new solo world or an SMP world or what? Right, so we still need that block there to block that one. We need that block there to block that one. Now, if we get a chain, connect these, then get a gear shift. Just a normal gear shift will be fine. Where's the normal gear shifts at? There we go. So we want a normal gear shift. We want a motor. That's going to send the track that way. Actually, I'll tell you what. We want, what was it? A toggle latch. Yes. Powered toggle latch. See, look, I'm learning. And that should switch the track over. Excellent. Let's just speed that up a bit. Because what I'm thinking we can do now, chat, is use like combine the magnetic launchers with other stuff over here. Playing your hardcore vanilla world. Nice. I'm technically still alive in my hardcore vanilla world. I may have stopped the series almost 3 years ago, but I didn't die. How old? I suppose the world's probably not that old, actually, if you're building your starter house. Oh. Let's go 15. Gonna get some more track. Make sure that track looks right. Wonderful. And that almost lines up. Let's there we go. That lines up better. And then if we toggle this latch, beep. This is where the other track needs to go. Because what I want to do is put a launcher on one of these, basically, so that it launches really high up the spike. And then when it comes down backwards and goes somewhere else. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, Jen, how you doing? Your world was like 3K, 4K? I think it might have been 5.5, you know? 5,500 days, maybe? Something like that. Before you started playing Create, and yes, basically that's what happens. Yeah. Started playing Create, and for some reason people seem to like it. I mean, I can see why Create is fun. Right, so let's do that, and then... Tell you what. I'm going to put a little straight bit in here, just so we know that it's definitely linked up. Then we're gonna curl down here. Then come up a little bit. We'll just put a nice little bit of track in. Then what we're going to do, we're going to bank the curve. Hate trying to click on these things. Oh no, and I lost my track decorator. I need a new one of those. It was literally called wooden and we didn't change anything, did we? So we do that. There we go. So now this is where we're going to start playing around with those new laser things so that we can trigger it at certain times to like change and all that jazz. Deep Sky Miner, how you doing? Long time no see. Brunga, g'day. Great, it's tons of fun. I'll never know it like you and Stan, but it keeps me... To be honest, I don't actually know it as well as you might think. I know certain things about it really well, but there's so much I still don't know. I'm always discovering new things or being told about new things in my comments. But it's a fascinating mod. And now they've added roller coasters. Well, now someone has added roller coasters. It's yeah, it's just a whole new ball game, really. Okay, so gonna have just a small spiky bit over here. Just so I've got somewhere to originally launch my test cart from into that bit there. Then this bit, we're going to... I missed it. The magnet. So this bit, we're going to turn into the launcher. I'm going to tell that to launch at 50 for our tests, I think. Feels good. Just going to... Oh, got the wrong lever again. Wrong lever. Right, so that's our launch part sorted. Now what we need is some redstone links. And we need the trackside sensor. So we'll put a trackside sensor here. And that is just setting the speed, basically, that you want it to register. And I want it to register all coasters at all speeds. Then that's going to create a redstone signal. We'll just set that to track. Put a receiving signal here. Track. Make sure that receives. And that should work. That should switch our track. Although, we're going to want to put a... not toggle latch there. We need just a timer there, I guess, don't we? What's it called? Pulse extender. That's the one. The pulse extender there. Is this how we did it last time? Like 3 seconds, maybe. Our redstone link again. Set to track. Right, and then we need a cart and a precision mechanism. We do that. So that is going to go so far. I mean, the track switch worked, but we have other problems. Let's extend our spike by many, many, many blocks. And I could put another laser in the return as well. Yes, so it switches back afterwards. We will probably do that. Let's just get this on. Alt. Go. Oh, we need the track selector again. I need to stop removing that from my inventory, don't I? Oh, I went too far. And I have a feeling we need to either remove that pillar or make our spike nice and straight. So let's just make it straight, shall we? There we go. Right. Should be fine this time. Let's just grab our staff. Grab that. But with the launcher here though. Right, how do we do it? Oh, there we go. Oh no, it's upside down. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. Forgot to switch the track back. And you're right, we can probably put a return on as well. Let's quickly do that, shall we? So we just need one of those. And I guess... I suppose we do want that stuck to everything, really, don't we? So if we do that... Actually, can I... Put that there. Okay. That works. Feel like I'm probably better off doing it here and not attaching it to the track thing. Set that to 100. And then we need pulse repeater this time. So it doesn't go off until a few seconds after the cart has passed. Like 2 seconds maybe. And then we need another link. Set to track. Okay, that should work. Oh. Okay then. That's not going to work. I guess we are going to need to attach this to here. Not the end of the world. Set that to 100 again. Set the repeater. Fire a couple of seconds after the cart goes past. Need the link again. Track. Okay, that looks like it's going to work. Just closer. Whoa. Whoop. Put it that way up. Okay. So now it should go that way. Go up the spike. Then when it goes past there, 1, 2, that should then switch. Nope, this one didn't work. Why did that one not work? That's my cart. Setting it to 100 just basically checks that that's the maximum speed of something that can be going past, because you can tell it to only check if there's like carts that are too fast or too slow. But I've just set it to maximum. This needs to be a block higher. Maybe my sensor was not sensory enough. Or maybe it just doesn't work on sub-levels. I guess we'll find out. Right, where's my car? Let's try that again. Oh, it's just not triggering because it's on a sub-level. Interesting. This bit not on a sub-level. If I break that, is it gonna... Yeah. Yeah. Thought that might happen. To be fair, it's because we need to be putting it here, isn't it? This is where I need to put the laser. Not on the bit that moves. Silly beardy. So let's just quickly rebuild everything. Whoops. Right, so anchor point. Crack. Crack. Sort out this one as well. Okay, that should do. Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? Descend. Up. Why isn't it moving now? What have I done? What have I broken? Nothing, apparently. It was just being weird. Right, now let's actually put the track sensor in the right place, shall we? So if we go here, nope. We go under here. Then we need pulse repeater. Redstone link, set to track. This set to 2 seconds. Okay. It might work this time. Might not, but it might. Let's try it. Let's listen to the... So that goes up. That switches track. Shouldn't switch it on the way down. Should switch it now. 1, 2. No. My car going too fast. Let's just try this bit again. Okay. I think it was just going too fast. I didn't have the speed set up correctly. Let's try again. Hopefully this time it'll actually do what we want it to. Go that way. Track switch. So, I mean, the new track switches are definitely smaller, and they're not going to, like, miss ticks like the other ones did. You've just got to set them up correctly, I guess. Maybe this just needs a bigger delay. Let's give it 4 seconds. Oh, it's upside down. Get on there. So that should switch back. Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, Blooming. Yes, I do streaming. To be fair, I haven't for a long time. I'm just getting back into it the last couple of weeks. And that will switch. Okay, cool. So that will work. What's the difference between the repeater and the extender? So the extender will basically take the redstone signal it gets and make it last for X amount of time, so 5 seconds or whatever. A repeater will delay sending on that redstone signal for X amount of time. So the one up there is basically saying, like, the repeater is set so that when the cart comes back down, it doesn't trigger it again and switch the track back. So it just holds it for long enough that the second passing of that is essentially irrelevant. And then the one down the bottom here, when this one passes, because that timer is probably still going, I've set it to 4 seconds. So after 4 seconds, it then sends the signal, as opposed to sending a continuous signal like that one does. So yes, it would be because the other pulse was still on Panda. Yeah, exactly that. But cool. So yeah, magnet launchers, good fun. These new things, they're basically just a bit more compact and they'll always pick up a coaster going past it, whatever speed it's going. So that's good. That makes me happy. What I might quickly do is just link this track up onto itself. So let's go maybe about here. We're just basically so it's got a continuous circuit and we can play around with the braking as well. That is definitely something I want to do. I want this one to be a bit more. Bank it a little bit more. It's a pretty dodgy transition there, isn't it? Let's try and smoothen it a bit. And if I put another bit of track here. Anchor point forms too tight of an angle. Okay, fine. If you're going to be like that. Let's go over this way a bit. We'll make the angle slightly less tight for a moment. And maybe that will sneak back down. Excellent. Let's just get rid of these. We probably want to keep this one still banking, don't we? Otherwise that's going to cause some serious whiplash. Then, to be honest, I just want to sort of bring it up again. It has already been an hour since the start of stream. That is crazy fast, actually, yeah. I agree. I mean, that's a nice curve. Apart from the fact it goes into the floor a little bit. Let's Let's maybe solve that by raising that. Yeah, there we go. Then we should just be able to connect this one back up to here. Oh, wrong bit. Okay. So now, well, I can't make it all the way around. This is what I must know. Let's just start it here like we did before. It's going to go that way. It's going to go up the spine. Spine, even. It's going to come down. It's going to break your neck a little bit. And then you're going to go whoosh through the ground. It's going to go up and over. Or just about. It's losing speed, though. I think it's going to make it. Yeah, look at that. And then the track's back in the right place. You can do the old switcheroo. Uh-oh. Okay. Maybe I need to set this a little bit longer. And that's 5. Do you think Create Coasters should be able to just create 2? No. Or post-production? No. No, it doesn't really fit. Uh-oh. Speaking of which. Okay, so we've got some work to do on our timings, it would seem. Just put that guy back on there. That one's probably not going to make it all the way around. Go on, you can do it. That's it, fella. Now, will it continuously go round without causing trouble? That's what I want to know. It's a weird roller coaster because you go around it backwards and then you go around it forwards, right? Stick a chair on it. Obviously, it goes up that way, goes forwards. Now it's going backwards. And the next time you go up there, you're going backwards. And then you'll come down forwards. Why is this one down here not working? Huh. I've broken something. Definitely broken something. Seconds. Not sure why it's not working, to be honest. This one just not switching it back? No, it switched it back that time. So why does it sometimes work and sometimes not work? That's what these new sensors were supposed to solve. Time on the repeater should be longer. You reckon? Because that's only 5 seconds. And then this one's 4 seconds. Oh, so all that did was turn off that. You reckon the time on this repeater needs to be longer? Too much speed? I shouldn't be, no. When it falls down, it resets the timer on the pulse extender. Oh, I see. So as long as this is set to at least 5 or 6 seconds, it should be. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, yeah, you're right, you're right. That makes perfect sense. Just a timing issue. So that one should now reset the track. Okay, cool. Right, so let's just meet you. I'll click the right button. Okay, so bubble in the throat. Right, so now it should just go around indefinitely, right? That worked. Hey, cool. So now it should just work. Do need to put a seat on it though. Let's see if we can catch it here. Right. So we go forwards. Go up the spine. When we come back, go this way. Go around the track backwards. It's a bit of a harsh corner at the top there, but this bit's quite smooth. And then we'll go up the spine backwards. Okay, that's quite terrifying. More terrifying than coming down it backwards, I think. And then you go forwards again. So you could do like a 2-lap roller coaster, have a station over here somewhere. So you send off and then you go basically round the track twice, once forward, once backwards. That could be quite cool. Nice. I do need to leave this office briefly though and go get myself a drink. It is so hot in here. I suppose you could use the other latch and connect your sensor to it so it's on and off inputs. I mean, it's working. I'm not too sure what you mean by that. But this is working. That's the job. Still feels wrong. Oh, what, me streaming, Stam. Especially in the morning. It is, it's gone up 3 degrees in the last hour since I started streaming. It is now 30.6 in my office. So I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to get some water. And we'll see if we can squeeze another hour out before it gets to 50 bajillion degrees. But I'll be back in just a moment. I do have a portable air conditioner, Briscoe. But my 10-month-old daughter has it. Because she's in more need than I am. And you cannot get new ones in the UK at the moment without paying 3 times the price. And I refuse to do that. So, yeah. I will get a second one in winter. Ready for next summer. But yeah, my aircon's in a different room, so it is on. It just doesn't help me in my office. I do, however, have a very bad fan that is blowing warm air directly at me. So, yay, I guess. Right, anyway, I'll be back in just a minute. I'm going to turn up the music, make myself a cuppa. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. So do what you need to do, and I'll see you shortly. And yeah, I want your suggestions on what we should mess around with next. We do still need to find a seed that we want to play on, or a pre-made map, potentially, that we want to build a theme park on, or we'll make our own. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. But in the meantime, just think, what other ride types do you think we should try? I think a drop tower could be fun, especially with the magnet things. Right, I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. I have liquids. We're all good. We're all good. You think that a flying cartwheel ride? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Can anyone explain to me what a flying cartwheel ride is? I didn't make tea at all. It's yeah. Just got a cold drink. Just a cold drink. Right. Drop tower. You reckon we can make a drop tower? I feel like that's something else we should have a little play around with. And then maybe we should start discussing seeds in the world and figure out what we're going to do in that regard. Right, so let's make a nice big drop tower. Nice and big. Nice and big. Whee! Then we'll come all the way to the bottom. And then back up again, I guess. Ernie, welcome in. Michaela, hello, hello. Those big spinny things on a long, high arm. Do you mean like swinging chairs? Is that what you mean? Right, so how I'm thinking this is going to work is if we use the redstone magnet, we send this all the way up to the top. Like this. How are we going to hold it at the top? Got an idea. I reckon if we had maybe used a chain drive at the top here. Ramokan, thank you for the Prime sub. Think merry-go-round meets Doom Coaster. Pendulum type thing. Use the spring. What spring? Spring. What I'm thinking is we'll use the magnet thing to lift people up, or launch them up, I should say, fairly quickly. Then they'll hit the chain and they'll stop, basically. Although, wait a sec. The brake pads aren't going to stop them instantly, are they? Wait a sec. Maybe what we need is actually an iron sheet brake run, and then we need the chains. Because the chains will actually hold the cart steady, right? So let's put a chain at the top. Then this one we'll remove. We'll turn this into a little brake run with the iron sheet. It does have a hold option, so we might not need the chain. Okay, let's just see what happens if we set this to 50. Give it a lever and a cart. Put a cart there, it should just boop, hit the bottom. Perfect. Right, let's raise that up a little bit. No, it has to be in the middle. Okay. Okay, cool. And then we'll stick the seats on the front of that. But if we live out again. Oh no, wait a sec. I know what the problem is. I haven't put a precision mechanism on. I can't spell it either. Right, well, the brake run didn't work. I think what I need is a shorter... it's a shorter one of these things. Magnet launcher thing. But you can see the brake is holding, which is good. And what happens if we power the brake? Does that, like, let it go? Which one's the brake? This one. Yes. Okay. So let's turn this one off so the cart falls back down. Now, can we launch it up and make it stop on the brake track? No, because it's not quite making it to the brake track. So let's make this maybe go 40. Will my mod pack be available on CurseForge? Yes, it will do. I should be getting it released later this week as like the first version. Okay, I think it needs a longer brake run. Because the brake run does work, but it needs to be longer. Smimian, welcome, welcome. You hate gyro swings. They're too creepy for you. Right, let's just remove that. And then we need a new one of these. We need to go up higher. Then we'll turn this one into the brake line. So you carry on, buddy. I think I need to place that. Oh! Didn't mean to fall. Right, let's put the brake line back in. It wasn't that the brakes were on; the brake line wasn't even there because we didn't have the fins. Okay, so now it's set to hold. Let's release. Let's turn this off. Wish there was a quick way to fly up. Right. Tell you what. Let's put in a link. Grab a linked controller. We'll call this one that. Yep. Then we'll do that. Oh, we need a toggle latch. Good old toggle latch. Guess we're calling it that this time. Then we need a toggle... power toggle latch. There we go. Now we can turn the brakes on and off. Come down here. And we'll set that to pulse repeater. Yeah, that'll do. Right, so now stand back a bit. Oh, and this thing's still going around, so it's not braking anymore. That's good. Right, so if we do toggle latch. Oh dear, I've got to remember about the toggle latches. I think I've just changed this to toggle latch now. We're getting there, we're getting there. Right, so let's launch it up. We want the brakes on, so hopefully it will... Oh my days, it still goes too far. So let's set this to 30. Turn it off. Let's release it. Right. So if we do this and shoot it up. Excellent. I reckon we can go a bit higher, which means we can give it a bit more power. Let's go 35. And let's release it. So we're going to need to do something about that. Because that's going to kill some people when they get to the bottom. And now it's stuck in a block. Okay, so that should go up. It went too far again that time. Just got to find the right balance. I reckon we can get it closer to the top. Release it. Turn that off. Turn it on. Make sure that's not going to release. Okay, that's pretty good. So that will hold people up. And if you keep the magnets on, when you release the cart, it will go down a bit and then it'll bounce back up again. Just like a real drop tower. Okay, that's cool. And then you can turn the bottom magnets off. So what we need to do here is make it so they don't crash and die at the end when you bring them down. That's what we need. We need a softer landing, basically. How can we get a softer landing? We could switch the track out so that a brake track comes in, potentially. How do we slow it down? Hey, Scotty, welcome. Firework launchers on the sides. I don't think that's going to slow it down. Use the spring as a brake. Okay, I keep hearing about this spring. What is the spring? Torsion spring. Or a... Ooh. Boing! Okay, so that connects 2 blocks with a string. I don't think that's going to be helpful. Do you mean this one? Who needs brakes? The people that go on the ride. Otherwise, they're going to have a really bad time. Let's see if it's this one. Is this the spring we need? No. I mean, can you just place these? So, if I was to raise this up, put the cart there, put that there. Okay, right. We'll try that again. So if I do this... Oh, no, no. So if I do that and then turn that into a contraption, is that going to make a bouncy pad? A bouncy pad. That's I mean, it's already bouncing. That's a good sign. So if I go like that, just trying to work out the best way to create a bounce pad. Let's put a spring. It's too close. Do I need to make these like aeronautics contraptions to make it work? A physics object. That's what I mean. I can probably use honey glue, right? And then simulated. I need one of these. I have no idea if this is how it works or not. I could probably look at chat and find out, but
is that what you mean?
oh no, I lost my linked controller. Is it in my backpack? No. Oh, it's gone. Let's make a new linked controller. Then I need to put... I
remember what I had in them now.
Toggle latch was the bottom one. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Right, toggle latch was the one for the bottom. What did I use at the top? Hey, Fates Weaver, welcome in. What did I use at the top? Was it these? I think it was them. It might have been them. We'll figure it out. Right. So if we do that. Oh, I need a precision mechanism. So let's put a precision mechanism on that guy. I'm actually going to turn this off briefly because I want to stick a chair on it as well. And yeah, that still released it. Well, it didn't bounce. it didn't bounce. Let's put a block there. With a seat. No. Chair. Oh, we're going to need rivets. Otherwise the chairs are going to come out at weird angles, aren't they? So let's put a rivet there. Chair on the front. Nope, chair still come out at a weird angle. Put a rivet there. With a chair on it. Right. Oh, it needs more speed because of the weight. Need even more speed. Turn it off completely. Right, well the torsion springs did nothing. Just saying. Hey Gervin, how you doing? And Glitchy Void, welcome, welcome. Is that going to have enough to get up to the top and stop though? Nope, it needs a bit more. Let's turn that off again. Yeah, people are still going to get in a lot of pain when they get to the bottom. How about... slime block on the bottom. Let's see if that makes any difference. I think it's going to. These springs did nothing. Right, let's... oh, and we want to turn it up a little bit more. Right, let's launch. Still didn't quite make it. Is that going to be too bouncy now for the end? That's going to be so annoying. Oh dear, right. Let's, oh, hang it. Need you. Right. Let's just put a block back in there. Would honey be less painful, do you reckon? Would fans at the base help, maybe? I mean, potentially. We need some way to slow it down. Let's try the slime, and then if that doesn't work, which the honey, which I don't think it's going to be any different to slime, really, we'll try the fans. Right, we still need to turn this up higher. Higher. Let's go. Let's just 10 at a time, I guess. Go. Okay. So it goes up. Still doesn't quite make it. What happens when it gets to the bottom? Honey doesn't bounce at all. Hey, Sashnair. So yeah, fans I guess is going to be the next thing. Let's give that a go. So we need some case change drives so that we can have some encase change drives. We need to ignore the bedrock. We need a motor. Then we need fans. Oh my days, what's all this? Lots of catalysts. Lots of fans going on. Oh my. We just want these. Right. Will that help it? No. No, fans don't help. Any other ideas on how we can gently slow this thing down? I mean, you could always just give it like a quick flick on the magnet thing. Ooh. Ooh, that's an idea. Okay, one sec. One sec. So we had a I always forget which one. So if we had an extender here that triggered a redstone link, which had toggle latches in it. We set this to like 10 seconds. So nothing can happen for 10 seconds. No, one sec. Because we don't want to turn that one off, do we? Because we want that to bounce. I guess we just eventually want it to turn off. And then when it goes past like here or something, just turn it on briefly to slow it down. Right? Would that work? So we'll do extender here, 2 seconds. Then we just need link with toggle latches in it. But we don't want that to go off the first time the car goes past, do we? So if that goes off first time it goes past, it's going to toggle this. Got an idea. We'll have 2 of these. One with toggle latches, one with pulse extenders. We'll see if we can figure out the logic, and then we'll see if we can... Well, then we'll try and figure out if there's a better way of doing it. Then we just need some redstone. But if we put this one on a timer... 10 seconds on a timer, maybe. I don't know why I'm typing 10 seconds in there. No, we don't want a timer, we want an extender. It's like 10 seconds. Then that will go past this, and then 10 seconds later it will turn this off. Then when it comes past it again, we kind of want it to turn back on again, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. Let's just see what happens with this for now. So that's triggered that. Oh, I did it straight away. Oh, I haven't set the right. thing. There we go. Oh. Oh, it's an extender. I need a repeater. So now, after 10 seconds, it should turn off the ride. So, yep, so that's going up. Not enough to get to the top, but it's going up. Oh, so timing-wise, that actually turned it off nicely. So now let's make it 20. And let's get our redstone linked controller again. No, it's gone. Oh, no, there it is. Ah. So let's turn on the brake line. Let's up the speed. 75. Then we'll set it off. That's going to start our timer. And it should just bounce around a little bit. Just going to reset the timer again. So that's going to keep resetting the timer because it keeps hitting. It comes down far enough to hit that. This is a tricky one. Any ideas? So fans didn't work. What if you turn the redstone magnet on and off rapidly? Does it slow it down? Potentially, yeah. But you need to know when to trigger that, you know? This thing's now also got embedded in the block at the bottom here. Fans didn't work for slowing it down. I mean, I do wonder if we just have it so we switch out the track. So you launch it up to the top. It holds on the brake line, which means we do need to give it more power because it just can't quite do it at the moment. So that was max power and it still didn't make it. Let's just turn it off. Turn it off. Stop triggering. Right. Sales with fans. The vid you watched said you need to use 2 tracks. Well, what I'm thinking is you just have to swap over to a brake track, right? That's what I'm currently thinking. So it goes up, switches track, and then it's a brake track. Or switches track after a certain point. This is no good, though. That's not helping. That's not helping. Let's just leave it at that for now. So we can turn it on and off. That's a good point, actually. Could we use magnets on this? That's what I'm thinking. Totally worth it. Right, let's pop that up again. It wouldn't let me place it, okay? I had to do that. Then could I just put a magnet here? I've never used these before, and I haven't even looked at the ponder, so I'm just kind of guessing. If I was to do that and that. Okay. So you could do that and then turn it off. So if we had the power on the magnets, then we fired it. And we let go. So the drop happens. Oh, I see. I was like, why is it still bouncing up so much? It's because that was still on. So let's turn that off. Oh, and let's drop it. I was hoping the magnets wouldn't repel quite so much, if I'm honest. Only turn the top blocks into a simulated contraption. Right, okay. We can try those again. Let's just get that stopped. Right. So try the springs again with only the top being a simulated contraption. Let's get some honey. Some springs. I'm absolutely melting in my office, by the way, so I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to go on for. But it is rough. Right. Ooh, let's go with that. So let's put springs there. Now, when I turn that into a simulated contraption, I don't want it wobbling all over the place. So we're going to create a nice little space for it to sit. Then we're going to get the simulation thing, whatever this is. Do I have to do them all individually? Surely I stuck that together. I mean, the springs are already cool, though. Big fan. Did I not stick that together? Probably not. Okay, there we go. So now if we remove that. Let's just get that out of the way. I don't know, the whole thing was a simulated contraption. Let's see what happens if we turn that off. I mean, it still looked pretty rough. Less springs. Okay. Just... kind of need two springs, really, don't we? Let's maybe put the springs in the middle. It feels like maybe too much springiness. Let's just launch it. See ya. Oh, he's gone. Turn that off again. I mean, that still looked like a really hard hit. I don't think springs are working. Remove grass. All this. Isn't that just gonna make it fall over? I had my suspicions. Right. Let's just try singular springular. Just trying to work out the best way to do this. Reckon maybe just one spring at the back here. You need it to stop coming forwards, though. thing. Maybe just something like that would work. Where did my cart go? Cart's gone. Right. Okay, I think spring needs to be a bit higher. Okay. Okay, that was a good first test. See what happens. We launch. Nope, I need a precision mechanism. So we'll launch it up. It's going to come slamming down. I mean, if my track was a tiny bit longer, I reckon that'd work. So let's launch it out of the way. Instead of making the track longer, let's make our springy bouncer longer. Oh, no, let's not do that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right, there you go. Whew, saved it. Right, let's see what happens now. Hey. Feel like we need more around the side here, maybe. Let's drop it. I mean, it's still pretty brutal. Maybe I've got an idea. Maybe what we need is just a longer spring. So let's just spring from there to there. I need to make sure it doesn't lean over the sides. At the same time, we need the track for the thing to be able to bounce. It's going to be like a delicate sort of balancing game, really. Yeah, spring too long. So let's try there. Trial and error. And obviously it will change when we change the weight of the cart, but I just want to see if it's actually possible to get it working. I don't know. I mean, I reckon something could be made to work. Get back on there. Oh. Get back on there. Get out of my way. Should hold it at the top. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, as I say, the other option is literally just to swap out, like, a section of this track for a brake track. After it goes up and down a couple of times. Which we could do. Part-timed deployable wings. The ultimate over-engineered solution. I mean, it could work. We'll make the springs fatter by using a wrench on it. Oh. Yeah, but we're not done with springs yet. Ooh. Okay. We still basically need, like, the guides to stop it from going out, but we also don't want to stop the cart from moving. So, I wonder if I was to do something like this. Ah. That should stop it from wobbling over. But also still give space for the cart to go on its track. No, this needs to be taller. So let's do that. The taller spring, but we'll make it a fat spring again, which I'm assuming just gives it a bit more strength to hold itself up. That would be my guess. Right, and then we're gonna turn this to a spring that can move. Okay, and then if we turn this off and drop this guy. I think this guy might need to be a little bit wider. Come on, you. Go there for a sec. Get back in position. Fine. I think if we're going to use these, they might need to be a bit wider. No, that's not where we need them. That's where we need them. So we basically need to stop the spring-loaded thing from sticking out, breaking out of its cage. Hope if I could get these in the right place. So that, then that. We'll grab this guy and just put him there. Problem is, then you can't have stuff sticking out here because it's going to hit these. I'm just not sure this is ever going to work. Oh, I didn't turn it into a thing, did I? See? It just went right through it. Didn't even notice it was there. Oh my day. Right. So I think track switching is probably going to be the way to do it, right? So you'd have to set up some kind of redstone sequence that when the ride starts, it triggers this to shoot it at the start and then leaves that on for like 20 seconds. So that when this releases, it can bounce a little bit. And then this needs to get turned off. Ideally, as it's quite low down on one of its bounces. I guess. So it can then just drop a couple of blocks, but I don't know. This one might take a bit more thought, chat. I'd be interested to see what you guys come up with. But I am absolutely melting. It is now 34.9 in my office. So yeah, it's going up approximately 3 degrees an hour. And at that rate, I'm going to be cooked, literally, within the next couple of hours. So I am going to have to wrap up. I know it was a bit of a short stream and a bit of an early stream. But yeah, once it cools down a bit, we can get back to some normal streams. But this thing works. It's still doing its track switching. So that's good. We can do one of these weird spinning, swinging chair ship things. The one that spins. I will find out the proper name for that. They do exist, I assure you. And we made some progress with the drop tower, but yeah. Not quite as successful. Not without a hard stop at the bottom. Instead of worrying about stopping them, you should instead just launch them into space. I mean, that is set to 100. That is pretty much what we're doing. Pretty much what you're doing. But yeah, that is the raid message. Thank you, Plod. We will, of course, raid someone. We always raid someone. So if you do want to join us for the raid, I'll tell you what. We could go to Hoof. Hoof? do like Hoof. He raided us last time, didn't he? Yeah, let's go see Hoof. He's an incredible builder. Can recommend. Start raid. If you want to stick around for that, I'll be hanging out in there for probably about 3 minutes before I absolutely melt. But yeah, you've all been awesome. Thanks for hanging out once again. I will get this pack released. I keep saying this week. It's the Thursday. It's going to be next week. Early next week, I'll get the pack released. It should be cooler next week as well, so I should be able to stream a bit earlier on in the week. And we'll make some progress. But in the meantime, I've got some homework for you guys. We need a seed. We need a world that we're actually going to play on. Ideally, we want an island of some sort that has got like a mountain on it, maybe a lake, or at least some kind of potential to have that on it. In a good biome. That's basically it. That's what we're looking for at the moment. So do some seed research. If you do find anything, post it in my Discord in suggestions. Or save it for next stream. We'll have a chat then and we'll figure something out. But anyway, you've all been awesome. I will see you next time. Don't melt. I'm going to go sit in my daughter's nursery and make the most of the aircon. It is on 1.21.1. Yes. But as I say, I'll release the pack on CurseForge. I'll announce in my Discord when it's there. Hi, Ali. But I'll announce in my Discord once the pack's out as well. So if you want to jump on the pack, test it. If you've got suggestions for things we need to add, remove, or settings we need to tweak, you know, I want to make it a pack for everyone. So, yeah, let me know. But anyway, you've all been awesome. Go see Hoof. Have fun. Bye-bye.